And with me right now, it is the Athletics Kenya chairman, Nairobi branch, who is also the youth development and executive member of Athletics Kenya, Mr. Barnaba Korir. A very warm welcome, Mr. Korir.
Thank you very much.
The trials have started in earnest at 1 p.m. today. What should we expect?
Yes, the trials have started. You know, this time we are selecting two teams. One will go to World Championship in Eugene, Oregon, and then, of course, the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. We will select one team that will double up. We have already talked to the athletes to ensure that whoever we choose for World Championship will also run in Commonwealth. At the moment, we have run the 5,000 meters. It was very exciting. We have the two athletes that we were expecting them to do well, and they did extremely well. Kimeli, Michael, and of course Kirob. Both of them are for the fastest time this year, which they ran in Rome, Italy, a few weeks ago. And this is something that it was beyond our expectation. We were afraid that we might not get the strong athletes for 5,000. We have had try season in having the athletes that will do well in 5, but this is now hope that there is a big likelihood that we will do something fantastic in both events. So we are very happy in the 5,000 meters. It went as expected, and although we have Cornelius Kimboy also coming third, very close, and the time was very fast, 13:01 high altitude. That means if we run that same event outside this country, that will translate to around 12:20, 12:25, which means almost a world record. So this is very good, and I'm sure that we still have to see a lot of very interesting times ahead. And secondly, we had also Winnie Chebet in the 1,500 meters, although we did not run Faith Kimyatich, who is going to run the 800 meters for the women. We are hoping that she can consider doubling 1,500 and 800 meters, that is Faith, and that they will also be joined by Chebitok and Winnie. That, I think, will give us an opportunity now to have at least two athletes in the 800 meters, because Mora alone has qualified for 800 meters. Chebitok and Winnie and Faith Kimyatich has qualified in the 1,500 meters. So we have hope, and I'm sure that this country will still see some very good times ahead.
Athletics Kenya put it clear that the criteria of selecting athletes is the top two finishers. Then the third one will be selected via Athletics Kenya panel. How is this?
Yes, we have done that for several times, and the reason is that sometimes we have an athlete that might have a difficult moment during the competition, and that person could also have a chance of winning a medal. The consideration is that we want to do the best for the country and also for the athletes, so we give that opportunity, but it's not necessarily that we stick to that completely. If we have 1, 2, 3 and we feel that the 3 of them will go, they'll definitely go. So those are one of the conditions. However, there are other considerations also. Because Kenya is under watch list, which is category A, we have also stringent regulations from World Athletics that employs the federation to ensure that each athlete that will be competing, especially during the World Championship, that they must have undergone 3 out of competition tests, and then of course 1 in competition. That makes 4. So that is one of the reasons why this event is different. We only had invited athletes who have met those conditions, and that's why we are ready to stick to that.
And let's talk about the COVID-19 pandemic. We've seen the Ministry of Health saying the COVID-19 cases is on the rise here in the country. As Athletics Kenya, what are some of the measures that you're taking to make sure that our athletes, when they go outside, they are safe and they're able to compete?
Yes, in fact, me and you, we should have also stuck with those rules, because we were expected to put on the mask. Of course, we didn't do that, although you have and I have. But however, Athletics Kenya will ensure that the athletes also will be protected. They have also the stringent measures that will be taken during the training. they'll follow those rules the measures which has been established by the government. And we will also try to follow what we did during the Olympics last year to make sure our athletes are protected. Even here, we have also told the press, the media, to ensure that when they're interviewing the athletes, they stay at a distance to protect them, because they are vulnerable now after competition. We want to make sure that the media and anybody who is close to those athletes, to give them space so that we ensure that they don't get sick, and protect them until they finish their competition.
As Athletics Kenya, do you have any challenges concerning doping, and if there are cases like so? How have you managed to tackle those cases?
Athletics Kenya and ADAC plus AIU has tried everything possible to ensure that we follow and try to eradicate this problem. It's a challenge, it's a major challenge, because once in a while you find that some of the athletes test positive. This, however, is because of the fact that the measures of testing also has been upgraded, and that's why most of them have been found. But it is really a big challenge, and we need to talk to our people, to our athletes, and everybody in this country also to start fighting this menace, because we cannot continue being on a watch list for all that period. I mean, it's too long that we have to continue being like that. So we need to do something. We want also the press to start educating, talking to the athletes. We want Kenyans to talk about it. We want everybody to condemn these fights. We want also to tell that it's a senior athletes to talk about it. We want to eradicate this thing because we are tired of this issue, and it's just a few athletes who are messing up everything, so that we can be removed from this watch list, which has really messed us up. But however, the federation and the government, plus also AIU, we are working in conjunction together and providing education to those innocent athletes so that they are not affected. Those few athletes who mess up will give also major problems to upcoming athletes and also the future of sports in this country, especially athletics.
Are we anywhere near to be removed from the watch list, the A list from?
We were hoping last year that we will be removed. The problem, though, is that there are few measures that we have to make sure that the program we have put in place will be continuous. It is not just to start also to be removed. They want the system that will be continuous, even after us being removed, and then it will continue throughout to provide education and to support also ADAC and other institutions that have been put in place to fight the doping. So it is a measure that has to continue. It's a program that must be continuous for the foreseeable future.
Now, you've talked about Winnie Chebet, Akina Krop, and Kimeli as well. What would you say about the 10,000 meters for women, which is going on right now?
The 10,000 meters which is going on is, we have also athletes. I don't think the top athletes are there. We have a few young athletes that are coming up also. But we hope that they run. Most of those who are running now have already qualified. And people like Obiri, hopefully Obiri can take up the mantle. And, we have Peter Chebet and we have Chilimo. And others who are there. But we believe that the moment they are selected, and then they'll focus on training and see what we can do during the championship.
Before I let you go, would you kindly just tell us what are the plans just after the trials?
Immediately the team is selected. We have now to work closely with NOC, because we will have at least one singular team that will be representing both. So we have already planned, and they will report immediately with the camp, because we have issues of visas, and the time is very short, about 2 weeks to get the visas through America and also the British, which is very difficult. So that is from tomorrow or Sunday, to be precise, is we start now filing the papers, so that next week they apply for the visas, and we'll try to fast track with the embassy and to see whether we can get it as soon as possible, because we have to apply for both the US and the British visas.
Now, finally, now that you're concerned with youth development, what are the plans as we go to Cali, Colombia?
As soon as we finish this, we have already started planning for next week. We have our trials on Friday and Saturday, and we have continued organizing the camps. You are aware that we have already done the pre-trials. We are ahead. We have already a program for next week. In fact, it is in my hand now for next week. So we are sure that we want to defend the title in Cali, and we have a very strong team. So next week is a special day for you also to come and interview and see the strong team that will win during the...
Your words for Kenyans?
Yes.
Your words for Kenyans?
Kenyans, you should wish our athletes and make sure that you give them support. Our athletes need support. Make sure that you follow what they are doing, give them the necessary support, talk to them, encourage them, but please don't condemn them when they fail.
Well said. Thank you so much, Barnaba Korir.